Hello everyone, welcome to my The Way Home official channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Alice emerges from the pond in the year 2000, frantic and calling out for Cat. She tells teen Elliot that she shouldn't be there when he sees her. She plunges back in and goes back to the here and now. Cat is still nowhere to be found. Alice tells Elliot that she and Cat got separated by a pond as she rushes to his house. Elliot tells her that Cat will be all right. In the meantime, Cat's lifeless body is carried through the woods by a man in the year 1814. Sifting dirt between her fingers, Dell is outside the Landry farmhouse in 2024. She is informed by Colton that the soil in Landry is good and that the year will be fruitful. At Elliot's, Alice shares the new notion about Jacob with Elliot while still asking for assistance and worrying about her mother. Elliot doesn't understand why Cat didn't tell him about it directly. Alice says it's because he left them behind. She understands she will find Cat on her own and that she no longer needs Elliot's assistance. In 1814, while Cat sits on a cot suffering from a bullet wound and a fever, two shadowy figures, a man and a woman, talk over her body. Cat sits up and tries to concentrate as they exit the room. She tries to run away and calls for Alice, but she passes out. In the laundry kitchen, Alice fills in for her mother by informing Dell that Cat had to leave town. Dell wants to know if Alice is looking forward to her summer vacation to Minneapolis. Alice admits that she's under stress. Excited about Alice's vacation, Brady gives her a call. Alice acts as though she is also excited. Alice informs Brady, quite honestly, that she has no idea where Cat is. In 1814, a lady tends to Cat with cold cloths while she is tossed and turned on the cot. As soon as he walks in, a man urges the woman to watch Cat more closely. Weak Cat reaches out for Alice one more. Dell is perplexed that Cat has been away for some time in 2024. Again, Alice fills in for her mother. Dell is sipping tea in Elliot's living room. Her goal is to establish a communal farm on the farm that she has been leasing. Elliot consents when she asks for his assistance in presenting a business proposition to the municipal council. Elliot informs her that not much has changed with his father since they last saw him in Mexico. Alice steps out of the water in 2000. She goes to see Elliot, the teen, in search of solace, but is confronted with horror. He asks her to go since he doesn't want to see her. He says that ever since she came, everything in his world fell apart and Jacob vanished. Even Cat moved after Colton passed away. She tries to run back to the water, but it turns her away. Teen Elliot later locates Alice at the cove. He expresses regret. As they bid each other farewell, Alice extends her apology. Cat jumps out of her cot in a fright in 1814. She becomes aware that her condition has improved, and she is now resolved to see Alice. She dashes out of the house. There's a sign there that says, "The Point General Store, 1795. When Cat is about to be stopped by a man named Cyrus Goodwin, a woman riding a horse comes to her aid. They bolt at a gallop. They both look wary as the woman lets Cat off her horse in the bushes. Cat finds out that the enigmatic caregiver and ride-giver is Elliot's ancestor, Susanna Augustine. Cat asks Susanna whether she has seen a second person with Alice because she is still thinking about her. She is informed by Susanna that she wasn't present when she was shot. She seemed like a deer to Thomas, who was mistaken. As Susanna leads Cat to the pond, she advises her not to travel alone during the war and that it would be wiser if she pretended to be a guy. Cat is aware that she is in 1814. While healing from the wound, Susanna not only calls for Alice, but also reminds Cat that she was also screaming for Jacob. Susanna becomes combative and asks what Cat wanted from him. Although Cat is aware that Susanna is currently with Jacob, she keeps her identity as his future sister a secret. Susanna informs Cat that he is content and with his family on the Landry farm. When Cat finds out he's doing well, she becomes excited and leaves. Alice and Kat emerge from the pond together in the present and embrace with tears. Alice finds out Kat is aware of Jacob's location. Kat tells Dell not to be upset when they get back to the farm. She also mentions that she and Alice will be attending the Lingthamore estate sale. They buy the portrait, My Catherine 1814, at the sale. Alice suggests that Kat go on another trip to learn more about it. When Elliot enters, Kat tells him a falsehood regarding her whereabouts. As he leaves, Alice tells Kat that she was in such a panic that she had to inform everyone about her time-traveling secret. On the desk, Kat spots a pistol and buys it. While strolling around the manor, Elliot is transported back in time. Dell surprises him by approaching. She expresses her gratitude to him for his assistance with the proposal. Dell finds The Founding of Port Haven, a book penned by Elliot's ancestor Samuel, in the living room. Dell grinned. Colton had the same edition. Upon meeting Dell, Kat and Alice learn that she ultimately made the decision to go. Dell observes that Kat has discovered the portrait to purchase. Telling her it's an archive piece for the Herald, Kat lies to her. Dell leaves Elliot and Alice together and heads off. Angry, Alice storms out. Elliot goes after her. Elliot apologizes and asks whether Kat was able to locate Jacob during her vacation. Alice gives Elliot the option to remain in or leave their lives. Elliot understands he can't be in their life because it's too much for him to take after Alice questions him about the past. At the farm owned by Landry, Dell is upset that her idea was rejected by the council as she stands on the field. She inhales deeply before losing herself in her thoughts. She is standing next to Colton. He wants her to advise Kat to let go of pride and to not repeat the mistakes of the past. Then he vanishes and the unidentified horse appears. Dell approaches it, but it gallops off. Kat puts the ancient pistol on a shelf at the Herald. As Dell walks in, he sees the study materials Kat has on her desk. Kat informs her that she is researching and publishing a book on the Landry ancestry. Dell is impressed and wishes her well. She decides not to tell Kat about the problems on the farm after this. A truck arrives when Alice is standing outside the Landry front porch. "It's me, Hank." Alice informs him that she is not at home when he goes to talk to Dell about his guilt over the farm news. Alice is taken aback. Alice later admits she will be spending the summer at the farm during a video chat with Brady. Dell walks in and discovers that Alice is staying. Dell acknowledges this and gives Alice a gift. "I found this book at the estate sale." Alice threw the looking glass. They grinned. Kat questions Alice in her room about her decision to cancel the vacation. Alice says she wants to remain in Port Haven. When Kat finds out that Alice time-traveled to 2000, something Elliot knew but chose not to disclose to her, she is devastated. To question Elliot, Kat goes to his place. He claims that because she also lied, he decided not to tell the whole truth. Ultimately, he admits to her that he had to go because, despite the fact that Colton had been like a father to him, he was unable to cope with the news of her death and her role in it. Things news shocks Kat, who assures Elliot that she will take care of things. The following morning, Alice is reading as a determined person on the front porch. Wearing Susanna's jacket, Kat heads for the pond. Kat says farewell and hugs Alice. Kat notices a young child running through the woods who looks exactly like Jacob as she emerges from the pond. She runs after him. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.